We all know that what we have, the material things, communicate to others, be it status, culture, values, and so on. In the language of nonverbal communication codes, or dimensions, the things in the physical environment are called objectics, or artifacts. This is the nonverbal code that we will delve into on this video. First, a caveat. This is a deeper look, not a comprehensive discussion of this area of study in nonverbal communication that you can find with a few well-placed clicks on your keyboard. Okay, let's get started. Some scholars have approached this code of objectics more generically, personal presentation and environment, to allow for physical appearance and all things in the environment in general, like a tidy room versus a messy room, or indoors versus outdoors. But we'll start out by focusing on the basic area of objectics. The objects or artifacts that you have around you in your physical environment can communicate a number of concepts, such as marital status, economic status, social status, culture, personality, and so on. Let's use marital status as an example. In many countries, a wedding ring, often combined with an engagement ring, signifies that a woman is married. However, where that ring is worn may differ based upon culture. In Western cultures, the wedding ring tends to be worn on the left hand, while in parts of Europe and other countries, you'll likely find it on the right hand. However, in some Hindu cultures, if you look for a ring to communicate if a woman is married, you will be out of luck. Instead, you look for the bindi, which is the colored dot women traditionally wear in the center of their foreheads. The color of the bindi will vary based upon the occasion and the woman's stage in life. A married woman who follows this tradition will always wear a red-colored bindi to communicate true love and prosperity. Let me offer another example. One of my favorite television shows is The West Wing, which aired for 7 years in the late 1990s and early 2000s. And one of my favorite podcasts is The West Wing Weekly, which pays homage to the series at the same time the hosts dissect and critique it. The hosts of the podcast, Joshua Molina and Richie K. Sherway, are constantly entreating their listeners to buy their show's merchandise so that other listeners can recognize a fellow fan when they see them. Much of this merchandise is obscure, and you won't get the reference unless you're a listener of the podcast. The lapel pin and the Signal t-shirt. In fact, the ordering page explicitly tells you that by wearing the Signal t-shirt, you are communicating to others that you are a West Wing Weekly listener, which Hamilton creator Lin-Manuel Miranda did when he was photographed with fan Maddie Couples, advertising to everyone non-verbally that he is a fan of the show. Let's go into a bit more detail on the 3 types of artefactual codes: personal, shared, and public. Personal artefactual codes are those that you have direct control over. Your clothing, like the Signal West Wing Weekly t-shirt, your jewelry and accessories, including that classy West Wing Weekly lapel pin, which I don't yet own, your glasses, how you furnish and decorate your room, and so on. If you drive an expensive car, you are communicating your economic status to others. And the type of car, a sports car, an understated sedan, a minivan, communicate other aspects as well. Shared artifacts are those shared by 2 or more people. If you're sharing an office with someone, you have to agree implicitly or explicitly as to how that office is decorated and how tidy to keep it, or an agreed upon clothing style. My friend and I could both have and wear matching West Wing Weekly Signal t-shirts if we had them. And public artifacts are those shared by a community. That community could be geographic. For example, I'm from Sacramento, which is the capital of California in the United States. Artifacts that communicate my city are the state capitol building, the Sacramento Kings logo, and trees. We are the city of trees. The community could be cultural or corporate, like the turbans worn by many Sikhs or the uniforms worn by members of the law enforcement community. What you'll probably notice is that many artifacts can fall into more than one of these categories. I use the West Wing Weekly Signals t-shirt as an example of both personal and shared artifacts. Another example is a wedding ring, which could be a personal artifact, I choose to wear it, a shared artifact, my husband and I have similar rings, or a public artifact. In my culture, we wear rings on our left hands to signify that we are married. One more example. A public artifact of the United States is the Oval Office in the White House. One of the first tasks for the President and the White House staff is to change out the furniture and decorations so the office reflects the personality of the current president. You can easily see this by looking at the couch. In President Jimmy Carter's administration, the couch was brown striped, while President Bill Clinton chose a red striped couch. President Barack Obama switched it out with a light brown colored one, and President Donald Trump not only replaced it with a beige floral model, but moved it to a different location. The set from my favorite TV show, The West Wing, has a different couch than the one used in the popular Netflix House of Cards series. Even in an artifact that reflects the public, you will find personal and shared artifacts. Earlier, I said that physical appearance is sometimes included in this aspect of nonverbal communication. That's because your physical appearance, including body type, height, hairstyle, skin color, also communicates. Much of the racism and prejudice in our society is based upon skin color, hair type, and clothing. There have been numerous studies reporting that physical appearance plays a significant role in others' perceptions of our credibility, honesty, friendliness, and so on. The definition of beauty differs around the world. In the United States, thin is in. In some African cultures, Mauritania for example, carrying extra weight communicates that you're wealthy enough to eat what you want. Makeup tips differ by culture, as well as body art, tattoos, and piercings. So look around at the objects you own. What nonverbal messages are you communicating, intentionally or otherwise, about yourself and the communities you are involved with? Do you like those messages? Or is it time to make some changes in your, or in this case, my, environment?